A so basically because of this issue, just not for whatever reason, not arising to the media's interest, or also there's the fact that law firms are able to access powerful PR firms that pro se litigants are not actually allowed to. Um, but I've told this story many times, many times. Michael Thompson is most likely he's a violent sociopath. His book indicates so. One of his novels that I've read indicates violent sociopathy. I don't, that's what it indicates. As far as I'm concerned, as a human being with an opinion, it's quite obvious. So, Vert, um, uh, YouTube, Google slash XXVI, which is 26 Holdings Inc. slash Alphabet Inc. has been utterly, they don't care. They don't care. They think they don't care. They haven't not acknowledged Mr. Thompson's content. And I think that maybe where I lack in, I guess, social graces, I ideally compensate for in my writing. Michael Thompson, you better stop doing what you're doing, buddy. Every time you make a new video, let it be forged into law that you can do what you're doing. That's what is going to happen. That's what I want you to understand is going to happen, is that you're going to have to literally have your content reviewed by a court and a jury, maybe just a judge, actually. Maybe the judge will be able to determine per matter of law. Not that you understand what that means, but there's a high chance that when your content is observed under scrutiny of law, like actual scrutiny, as opposed to the pre-trial nonsense that we had in federal court, which could have been avoided had Google's lawyer or the other lawyer had an ounce of justice within them. But they don't. They don't care. They don't care. They just want to get off on Section 230 immunity, which is not available to them because of the extent of the crimes, the time of the crimes, the ongoingness of the crimes, the willful ignorance of the crimes. There's no way. There's no way that's not what it was built for. 230 immunity was built on like giving providers like YouTube immunity when they were reasonably unaware of illegal or copyright violating content, which would be illegal. Now I have an abundance of evidence that they were made reasonably aware of extremely violating content. And I abundantly made them aware of it through an abundance of emails to their lawyer, who sent me maybe 4 back with he basically in every single one said, get a lawyer. He said, the court the judge never told me, even the judge in the federal court never told me to get a lawyer. He lied. The judge never told me to get a lawyer. He said to go seek the pro se counsel, the pro se litigants. There's a clinic for pro se litigants, and he said, I urge you to do what do what the court suggested, which is get a lawyer. And he also called me on one occasion vexatious. So vexatious means frivolous. So when he said that, I immediately knew that I wasn't vexatious. I immediately knew that it wasn't a vexatious issue, that there was actually quite a bit of substance. There's literally like between 70 and 100 exhibits, like filed exhibits that are just screenshots. Now I know that one of the lawyers wants to pretend that the screenshots could have been doctored. Well, I would ask you to have anyone look at it and tell me that is doctored, because for fact it's not doctored. And it's also not what was referred to as banter. Why? Because it was all done to me on my channel in the live stream, and I wasn't reciprocating. I wasn't going to Michael's channel and saying fuck you, blah 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 blah. I went to his channel 2 times because I didn't realize what a psychopathic individual this was. I actually had never experienced this type of honestly, it's like brain damage. I don't know quite how to explain it, but he's not a well person. To say he lacks ethics would be a complete understatement. For Google not to acknowledge this guy is dangerous. He's a dangerous human being. He's a dangerous human being, and I understand it hasn't been an easy journey trying to get it seen, but it will be seen. It will be seen. It's being seen. This is satanic gang stalking. I mean, it's satanic. It actually is. Like, I understand that word. And here's the thing: is that those terms, both of those, satanic and gang stalking, are quite often used in schizophrenia patients. So you hear of schizophrenia patients saying, "I'm being, stalked by demons," or that's sort of a cliche. But in this case, we actually have somebody who has several channels. One of them is called Azazel the Sweetheart. Now, if anybody knows who Azazel is, it's a fallen angel. Azazel is a fallen angel. So what Lucifer or Satan, and some people think this is the same. I don't even know about any of this stuff actually prior to 2021. I knew vaguely, very vaguely about it. But he actually invokes these fallen angels into his content, which makes it satanic. And it's gang stalking. I mean, I can't see because I don't have my glasses on, but I'm guessing that's him in there. I don't know. I'm guessing that's because he knows. Like, look, it's over. I mean, there's no running from it at this point. Honestly, like, I'm literally on here because I can't let it keep going without being recognized. I can't do that. I have a civic duty. I see what you're doing to several people, and I don't care what anyone else thinks. Actually, I really don't. I really don't give a fuck. I don't care if Ari Melber takes my fucking story or not. Although, when it pans out and the verdict is in my favor, then it's going to be really annoying to have people like Ari Melber be like, "Hey, what's up, bro? Come on. Like what was the verdict?" And I'm going to just feel, and that's Ari Melber is just one instance, just an example. He's an example in this case. I know a lot of media figures, a lot of stupid ass, arrogant, entitled, self-aggrandizing idiots in the media. Okay. And they don't care about ethics. They have bosses / overlords or whatever you want to call them who tell them what they can and can't report anyway. They're just actors.